Hat removal during prayer. What are the official rules? That was a sporting event the other day. They were like, please stand for the pregame prayer. And they did the prayer and the national anthem. Some people had their hats on. Some people took them off. But literally no one knew what to do. I was like, you know what? Let me just get on the internet and do some research. Here are the official rules. I found this article, and I didn't read it that much, but I think the conclusion is if you're ever wearing a fedora at any time, please remove it for the prayer and then throw it in the trash and never retrieve it. Now, if you're a Christian, the justification comes from 1 Corinthians 11:1, which let me just read it. Every man who prays or prophesies with his head covered dishonors his head. But every woman who prays or prophesies with her head uncovered dishonors her head. It is the same as having her head shaved. Free Britney. You find that very prevalent in the Amish community, where a woman always has her head covered, and a man has to remove his Amish hat for prayer. Perfect example, the Kentucky Derby. This hat can stay on, but this hat, as unbelievable as it is, has to go. But if men have to take them off and women can keep them on, I don't know what you do about this situation. The official verbiage is something covering your head, okay? So this is fine, all right? That's just Guy Fieri, and that's his hair. This is also fine. That's just a guy wearing a visor. Because listen, that prayer is going to go straight up. There's nothing blocking it. But this has to go. If it's a visor, fine. If it's your real hair, but a visor hair combo, that's out. Another minor caveat, if you're wearing the hat to stay warm, that can stay on. Okay, so if you're a Green Bay Packer fan and it's above freezing, then the cheesehead's got to come off. But it's literally below freezing, you can't feel your head, that can stay on. Beanie to stay warm, that can stay. Beanie because it's fashionable, that's got to go. Beanie on Zac Efron. Whew, okay. Which brings us to the bandana section. A lot of confusion here. If it's just a bandana to keep the sweat off, that's fine. That can stay. But if it's the full covered bandana, that's gotta go. A hoodie has to go. A hoodie bandana combo, there is some opening where your prayer is gonna be able to escape and get up to heaven, but it's honestly 50-50, depends on what you're praying about. Other caveat, and this is important, a hat can stay on if it's covering an illness. So for example, this hat during prayer can stay on. This hat has to go. This hat, oh no, don't do this joke. It's covering a mental illness, so come on. Baldness, by the way, not officially classified as an illness. So listen, fellas, I'm sorry, this hat has to go. And listen, I can't be the one to judge because I rocked a haircut like this earlier this year. And literally people were like, John, during prayer, while showering, while sleeping, literally please always keep your hat on. Job-related hats. Listen, if you're a construction worker, you're taking a break for lunch and you want to eat a ham sandwich after working 12 hours in the hot sun, but you're still kind of in the range of the wrecking ball, keep that hat on. God's like, honestly, I get it. I don't want you to get hurt. I'll still hear your prayers. If your job is a NASCAR driver and you're about to race, you got to take that hat off for the pre-race prayer. But lap 400, you're going 3 wide at Daytona and you're praying to God that you don't lose your life, just keep your hat on. If you're a cowboy, this hat has to go during prayer. But if you play for the Cowboys, you can probably just keep it on. God's not hearing your prayers at this point. Because you don't win any games, you're bad at football. That's the joke. Okay. The technicality is head covering. So if you work at Burger King, that hat can stay on. If you work at In-N-Out, that hat. What's that? Oh, they're Christian? Judges ruling In-N-Out as Christian, so technically that is a covering, but that one can stay on. If you're Davy Crockett during the winter defending the Alamo and risking your life, this hat can stay on. If you're a tourist and bought this at the Buc-ee's gift shop like me, this hat has to go. Which brings us to my hat. Listen, if I'm a professional bass fisherman and I've been out trying to fish to feed my family and I'm trying to shade myself from the hot sun, working hard to provide, this hat can technically stay on during prayer. But if I'm trying to go viral on TikTok by doing the renegade, this hat during prayer has to go. Hopefully these rules helped you. If there's anything you're still unclear about, comment below and we'll try to provide clarification. Also, I feel like I look pretty good in this fedora. Should we bring these back?